What's going on? Rob Fish here with BikeBandit.com. Join me as we learn a little bit about brand new from Michelin. These are the Anakee Wilds. Welcome back. Thanks always for joining me. Brand new from Michelin, Anakee Wilds. What you need to know, a couple basics. Let's start off with it. 50-50 obviously in its mentality. We're going to get a little bit more into that in a second here. So far, they got two sizes for the front and two sizes for the rear. Front's going to be a 110/80/19, and then the new, let's say, BMWs, etc., you're going to go the 120/70/19. In the rear, you're looking at a 150/70/17 and also the 170/60/17. So what's it going to cover? Let's just talk bikes right off the bat. Super Tenere Yamaha, Ducati Multistrada Enduro. You're going to go, obviously, old school and new school BMW GSs, the KTM big boys, the Triumph Explorer. The key is that Michelin, of course, is wide open throttle, and there's going to be something like 20 more sizes coming this year, 2016. Absolutely awesome. What you know in that kind of genre already, right? Very, very famous tires. You're looking at a 50-50 tire, going to do great in the off-road, and be pretty damn decent, pretty impressive when it comes to mileage and longevity on the asphalt. However, you already know Continental's TKC 80. That's been basically the only player in the market for so long. Heidenau's K60 Scout, obviously now available in the States, here at BikeBandit.com, of course. And then you're going to go Kenda 784, the big blocks. Fantastic tire. Again, very, very focused towards the off-road mentality. Going to be great in the mud, going to be great in the dirt itself. So let's say call it just raw sand. You're going to actually have a pretty impressive life on these. Usually when it comes to the knobby tire, right, you have that much real estate, that much void, right, in that land-sea area. What do you have? You're going to be hitting the front of those blocks a lot as you're motoring down the road. Pulling away from a stoplight, will you get this? And then once you pick up to pace, obviously it's going to mellow out. Is there, and I have these on my GS, is there a little bit of volume from these? Absolutely. You want to quiet them down? Why don't you go off-road? Because that's really its intended purpose. What you need to know, and here's the biggest difference, what Michelin has done. These have been 2-3 years in the making. They didn't want to release something that was kind of a little, okay, what a growing segment, we should get a part of that. No, it's Michelin. They've been around for what, 100+ years. They are the factory spec tire for MotoGP when it comes to the road racing thing. The biggest difference between this and everything else on the market is their radials. And that's a huge thing. Everything else that I've already mentioned, TKC 80s, K60s, 784s, they're all bias ply tires, which means you max out speed ratings at 100 roughly, 99, 107 miles an hour. 168s? I mean, it's absolutely absurd. Absolutely crazy. But what are you going to get? It's a radial, so you're going to get a little bit more compliant of a ride. It's not going to warp and disfigure when you start having to connect the dots between the dirt on asphalt. Speaking of asphalt, what's amazing on these is I think I have something like 3,200 miles on my GS with these right now. And they're maybe 30-50% gone. I expect I'm going to get 6,000 miles out of these. And I do a decent amount of riding on the pavement. So just something else to think about. If you look at them, obviously you're going to see the stagger of the block itself, 4, 5, 4, 5. You're going to have the areas either way. I mean, I don't know which camera is, where it's going to pick up. Notice that there's a void between here and the shoulder, and then the other knob goes straight to the edge. So that void right there is going to help evacuate shed mud, shed sand. You start getting into away from the true fluffy sand stuff, and you start going into, hey, it's wet and dirty, you're going to get into mud. The problem, even with a full knobby, is, especially with the weight of these machines, is you can pack that in, and next thing you know, it's like, that was kind of pointless. Now I have to pick up my bike in the mud, and that's 600 pounds. So they've designed it that way so you get a nice amount of void. You'll actually see these when they come in your shipment and your doorstop. On the face and the backside of the block, there's even a void. Why? Evacuate and shed mud. You're going to notice that every single block has a groove in it. Why? Because under hard braking or under acceleration, those knobs are going to actually flex out a little bit, and that becomes another biting edge, both for stopping and for going. So well done, so well thought out. Kind of silly to think that you can actually get My biggest impression, fantastic. I'm not going to even say decent. I almost said decent. But it's fantastic wear characteristics off-road. Are they a little bit noisy? Yeah, they're knobs. But let's take a look at Michelin's family for the big bikes. If you want to go a little bit, kind of down the scale a little bit, right? Because this is 50-50. If you want to go, let's say even, I'm going to call them an 80-20 tire, like my bike came stock with, Anakee 3s. Again, nice tire. Took it off-road a couple times, wound up picking my bike up a few times in the true rock, sand grossness. And then if you even want to go even more composed for the road, take a look at the Pilot Road 4 and get the trail version, because that's actually designed for the big adventure bikes. I'm going to call that a 95 5 tire. Yeah, it's going to be fine for fire roads, but its true intended purposes, asphalt. That's going to be 50-50. Absolutely awesome. Michelin Anakee Wilds. Thanks for watching. If you know you want it, go ahead and add it to your shopping cart now. If your order's over 99 bucks, it'll ship for free. If you have any questions, never hesitate to click on the help button. That'll take you directly to our sales department and they'll be happy to assist you. You can also email us at service@bikebandit.com or just pick up the phone and give us a call at 888-339-3888. Once again, we're bikebandit.com and we love you, so you should like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel and bookmark us in your favorites. Thank you for your business and enjoy the ride.